Hi, my name is Lori Williams, and I'm the owner of Intuitive Specialists, a remote viewing company. I've been a remote viewer since 1999, and I've taught hundreds of students how to remote view. A lot of people ask me, why don't we use nouns in the beginning stages of CRV? We teach our basic students to avoid nouns and to set them aside in their remote viewing sessions, and the reason is because nouns tend to identify rather than describe. My dear friend and mentor, Lynn Buchanan, has an analogy involving an envelope that I'm holding, and I ask you to describe it, and you say, well, I think it's something red, smooth, and shiny. I bet it's an apple. Then I pull the picture out to show you, and you see that it's a fire truck. There's a big difference between an apple and a fire truck. But as long as you stuck to describing rather than identifying, you did great. Several years ago, I was watching an episode of a television show called Psychic Detectives. And in the show, the psychic was trying to help the detectives find the criminal. The psychic told the detectives, I think the criminal works in a job that involves a mechanical object that revolves, like a merry-go-round. As soon as she said the word merry-go-round, she sent the detectives off on a wild goose chase. They checked every carnival looking for the criminal, when it turned out that the criminal was actually driving a cement truck, which is also mechanical and revolves. Keeping that in mind, we wonder, why are we so dependent on nouns? Nouns come from the left brain, which is analytical, and it's kept us alive as a species way back since the days of Uganog walking through the primeval forest. When a twig snapped behind them, one of them took off running, saying saber-toothed tiger, while the other one says, what was that? And looking behind him, you know whose descendants we are. Being able to identify dangers around us is what's kept us alive as a species. But when you're remote viewing or using any sort of psychic process, it can really wreak havoc in the beginning until you learn the symbology that your right brain is trying to tell you through the use of nouns and images that pop into your mind. The greatest thing about this process is that it teaches you how to separate true perceptions from your imagination. And that's something that anyone involved in an intuitive process or learning how to use their intuition or psychic ability is greatly interested in finding more about. If you'd like to know more about how to get training to become a remote viewer, check out our website at intuitivespecialist.com.